Welcome to Easy English by Edison, and today we are going to do one of the burning topics in grammar, that is change of degree of comparison. Manish, you may
Yes,
ask me, sir, what is change of degree of comparison?
sir. What is change of degree of comparison?
Well, sometimes what happens that we want to speak the same statement in different form. A comparative and positive and superlative. There are three degrees of comparison. What are they?
Positive,
Positive,
comparative, superlative.
yeah. For example, the word great is an adjective which exists as great, greater, greatest. Am I right?
Yes, sir.
In the same way, few, fewer, fewest, little, less, least. So when we are expressing some statement or any expression, we can express it in three different ways. Am I right?
Yes, sir.
Let us say there is a question here. Love is the greatest thing in the world. This is in superlative form. Yes, girls, great, greater, greatest. Am I right? So naturally this is superlative form.
Yes, sir.
Suppose somebody wants to write this answer in comparative form or positive form. In positive form,
Love is the great thing in the world.
no, greatest will become great, isn't it? So you will start in the first, you will go for comparative. In comparative it will be love is greater
Greater
than
thing-
any other thing in
any
the
other
world.
thing.
Here it will be love is greater than any other thing in the world. Am I right?
Yes, sir.
Any other thing in the world. Now you ask, sir, why any other and all other? See, when you are comparing one to many, generally in comparative form, it becomes than, greater than. Er will be added. Love is greater than any other thing in the world. Am I right? The same thing in positive, we will start with no other. No other thing in the world is as great as love. No other. Here you will start with no other. Right. No other thing. Select that, Manish. No other
No
thing
other thing
in
is
the
as-
world
in the world
is as great
is as great
as love. As great as
Love.
love. Now you ask, sir, give us the technique, the formula.
Hmm.
Yeah, I'll just tell you the formula. In the superlative form, the D will be preceded. D will always come before the superlative form.
Yes, sir.
In comparative form, it will be either er or it will beautiful, more beautiful, ugly, uglier, like that. So in the comparative form, than will come immediately after the comparative form of the adjective. Than will come.
Yes, sir.
And in positive form, we will start with no other. No, like here we will take some more example. But then you ask, sir, give us the formula for very few, because it is a rare example. It is a
Here example.
in very few. This is positive form. Reach here. It is positive.
Positive.
In comparative form, very few will be equivalent to most other. Very comparative form, it will be like in general cases it is any other and all other.
Yes, sir.
But in very few case, the comparative form, most other will be there. What will be there?
Most other.
Like you see the question, very few countries are as rich as America. Then we'll start with America is richer than most other countries. Most other
Countries.
So we'll start from the right side. This is comparative, right? Comparative, it will be comparative. America, yes, is richer than. This is the comparative form. Richer than most other countries. Am I right? Most other countries in the world. Am I right?
Yes, sir.
America is richer than most other countries in the world. Now you ask, sir, why have you used most other here? Because very few will be equivalent to most other in comparative form.
Yes, sir.
What is very few equivalent to, girls?
Most
Most
Very
other.
few is equivalent to most other. Now come to the superlative form. Superlative form of this. Ask, sir, what is superlative of this? One of will be there. America is one of the richest countries in the world. America is one of the richest country. America is one of the richest country in the world. One of the richest countries in the world. Countries. One of के बाद हमेशा plural होता है in the world. तो क्या आंसर होगा, मनीष बोलिए?
America is one of the richest countries in the world.
अब आइए थोड़ा इसमें से आपसे ओरल क्वेश्चन पूछे
Yes,
और
sir.
डिस्कस किया जाए. लेट अस डिस्कस समथिंग. आइए, गर्ल्स विल आल्सो आंसर द क्वेश्चन. कम ऑन, बोलिए. आपको बताना है, मनीष. he runs as fast as a deer. Deer is an animal.
Yes, sir.
He runs as fast as a deer. I want comparative.
He runs faster than.
No, he doesn't run. Doesn't run. वो
He
ऐसे इतना ही फास्ट रन करता है जितना डियर, यानी डियर से ज्यादा नहीं. देखिए, he runs as fast. As fast means जितना डियर फास्ट करता है उतना वो. तो he does not run faster than deer. Than a deer.
Deer.
He does not run. बोलिए, he does not run
He does not run
faster than a deer.
faster than.
अब आइए नेक्स्ट वाला. Kalidasa is the greatest of Indian poets. Kalidasa is the greatest of Indian poets. Manish will tell. Manish, Kalidasa is the greatest of Indian poets. Greatest of Indian poets. Indian poets. Come on, everybody should write it. Now tell me, what will be the comparative? Greater.
Kalidas is the
One of
greater
the-
than,
Kalidasa is greater than.
is greater than any other Indian poets.
Yeah, absolutely right. Kalidasa is greater than any other.
Indian poets.
All other देंगे तो poets हो जाएगा. Any other से poet. Kalidasa is greater than. Very good. Kalidasa is greater than any other. You are absolutely right. Any other
Indian poets.
Indian poets. Absolutely right. Any other Indian poets. Now, what will be the positive of this? No other Indian poet
No
is
other
as great as
Indian-
Kalidasa.
Yes, sir.
No other Indian poet. Yes, no
As
other.
great as the.
Absolutely right. No other Indian poet is as great as
Kalidas.
कालिदासा. अब यहाँ तक गर्ल्स लोग बताइए, समझ में आया कि नहीं आया? देखिए, इसमें आपको याद रखना है कि पॉजिटिव में शुरुआत करेंगे नो अदर से. क्या चीज से शुरुआत करेंगे?
No
other.
हाँ, और कॉम्पेरेटिव में हमेशा जो नाउन है उसी से शुरू करेंगे. नाउन है कालिदासा, तो कालिदासा इज ग्रेटर देन एनी अदर इंडियन पोएट्स. अब ओरल पूछते जा रहे हैं. चलिए कोशिश कीजिए. सुतांशु भी बोल सकते हैं. बोलिए. I have never seen such a beautiful doll. I have never seen such a beautiful doll as this is. I have never seen such a beautiful is in positive form. तो उसमें आपको अगर कॉम्परेटिव में ले जाना है तो
तो
more
no other.
beautiful हो जाएगा. I have, हाँ, this doll is
No
this
other.
doll is more beautiful than any other doll I have seen. उसको बनाइए. This doll is right. This doll is more beautiful than any other doll I have seen.
Yes,
Any other doll I have seen.
seen.
This doll is more beautiful than any other doll I have seen. Any other doll I have seen. This doll is more beautiful than any other doll I have seen.
Yes, sir.
ओके, छोटा छोटा पूछते जा रहे हैं, फटाफट बताते जाइए. ये बजर राउंड है. बोलिए. एक है सेंटेंस. शी इज रियली लेस ओल्ड देन शी लुक्स. लेस ओल्ड देन, एक्चुअली क्या गलत है इसमें? ओल्डर होना चाहिए.
Older.
ओल्ड की जगह ओल्डर
Older
होना
होना.
चाहिए. यस. अब बताइए. पीटर इज द स्ट्रॉन्गेस्ट बॉय इन द क्लास. इसका कॉम्परेटिव बोलिए. पीटर इज द स्ट्रॉन्गेस्ट बॉय इन द क्लास. स्टार्ट कीजिए पीटर से.
Peter is more.
Stronger. Peter is stronger than any
any
other boy in the class. एक बार और सुनिए. Peter is the strongest boy in the class. What
Stronger.
will be the comparative of strong? Strong is stronger.
Stronger.
Stronger boy than other.
Peter is stronger than any other boy in the class. Any other?
boy in the class.
आपको हमेशा नाउन से शुरू करना है. अच्छा, इसका पॉजिटिव क्या होगा? No other boy
No other
in the
boy
class is as strong as
as
Peter.
Peter.
No other boy in the class is as
As
strong as
Peter.
Peter. चलिए नेक्स्ट में हम लोग आते हैं. एक छोटा सा और एग्जांपल ले लीजिए. He is not so strong as Bali. Bali is also another boy. He is not so strong as Bali. That means Bali is not stronger. Bali नहीं, Bali बड़ा है उससे. Not है यानी not को हटाना होगा. तो बोलिए Bali is stronger than he.
Bali is
देखिए
stronger
सुनिए,
than-
he is not so strong as Bali. यानी वो बाली से ज्यादा स्ट्रॉन्गर है. बाली
बाली
उससे ज्यादा स्ट्रॉन्गर है.
बाली
बाली उससे ज्यादा. तो क्या बोलेंगे? बाली
बाली
इज स्ट्रॉन्गर
stronger
देन
than
ही इज. अच्छा बताइए. ही इज एज वाइज एज सोलोमन. नाम है सोलोमन. ही इज एज वाइज एज सोलोमन. सोलोमन इज नॉट वाइजर देन ही इज. नॉट वाइजर देन. अच्छा, इसमें और दो तीन टेक्निक है जो अभी आपको हम बताए थे, जो एरर फाइंडिंग में काम आएगा. पूछिए कि सर हम लोग को डिग्री ऑफ कंपैरिजन में कुछ टेक्निक बताइए जिससे कि एरर फाइंडिंग में वी कैन गेट सम हेल्प। बताइए,
So
पूछिए।
give me some
some of the
technique
tricks
to
some of the tricks
technique to
in
find the
yes,
error in change of degree of comparison.
वेरी गुड। पहला तो टेक्निक ये याद रखना है कि हमेशा याद रखना है कि दो में जब कंपैरिजन होगा तो हमें क्या करना है, दो के लिए कंपैरेटिव यूज करेंगे और मोर देन के लिए सुपरलेटिव। जैसे मान लीजिए आपको हम बोल रहे हैं ये सेंटेंस रॉन्ग है, बोलिए गिव मी द cheapest of the two. What is wrong in this sentence? Give me the cheapest of cheaper. Very good. Because comparative है, दो में comparative लगता है, दो से ज्यादा के लिए superlative.
Yes.
So the right answer is give me the cheaper of the two books. Cheaper of the two books. अच्छा, अब इसी तरह से हम लोग देखेंगे कि जहां पर either of रहेगा इसका मतलब दो ही है। जैसे either of the two book is less costly. Is less दो है इसलिए लिटिल लेस लिस्ट कंपैरेटिव देंगे। लेकिन अगर हमें देना होगा कि ऑफ ऑल द लैंग्वेजेस दैट वी हैव लर्न तमिल इज द मोस्ट डिफिकल्ट वन। तमिल इज द क्यों हम तमिल इज द मोस्ट डिफिकल्ट बोले? क्योंकि हम सारे लैंग्वेज में कंपेयर करें। व्हेन वी आर कंपेयरिंग मोर देन टू देन डेफिनेटली देयर विल बी सुपरलेटिव डिग्री। सो of all the languages that we have learned, Tamil is the most difficult one.
Tamil is the most difficult.
या देखिए many more most superlative फॉर्म हो जाएगा। अब आइए और इसमें अभी कभी कभी क्या होता है कि स्लाइटली के बाद कंपैरेटिव डिग्री आता है। स्लाइटली के बाद क्या आता है? जैसे बोलिए तो he is slightly tall than me or taller than me.
Taller than me.
Very good. Slightly is always followed by comparative degree. बोलिए slightly is always followed by comparative degree. अच्छा, उसी तरह से बताइए few का comparative क्या होता है? fewer होता है। तो जब आप कोई काउंटेबल नाउन का करिएगा ये कंपैरिजन तो few fewer fewest डालिएगा, जबकि अनकाउंटेबल में दीजिएगा less least less little less least। जैसे मान लीजिए बोलिए the water in this pot is a little more than that pot.
Less.
Little more than
अच्छा, little more than
सही है।
Yes sir.
The water in this pot is little more than that pot. Many more most. Okay.
Yes, sir.
अच्छा ये बताइए much of sense is required to understand anything, right or wrong? much of sense is required to understand anything. much is sense तो uncountable है ना?
Yes,
ये तो सही है। अच्छा बोलिए less students were present at the class today in the class today than that of yesterday. Less students, हाँ तो सही बताइए what is correct? less students were present. less तो uncountable के लिए दिया जाता है ना, तो countable के लिए fewer होगा। आंसर को बोलिए fewer students were present today in the class than that of yesterday. Why I use fewer? Because in the comparative form few fewer fewest,
Yes, sir.
और वो uncountable में रहेगा little less least। अब बोलिए few of sugar is required to prepare a cup of tea.
Little sugar.
A little sugar. You are right, uncountable. A little sugar is required to prepare a cup of tea. अच्छा, this bottle contains few, petroleum than that.
Little petroleum than that.
Less petroleum. Than हो गया ना, less, little less, less. अच्छा, less milk was found in the pot, right or wrong?
Sir, repeat again.
कंपैरिजन नहीं है, डायरेक्ट स्टेटमेंट है। लेस मिल्क वाज फाउंड इन दिस पॉट, माने इस पॉट में मिल्क कम था। लेस होगा कि लिटिल होगा? लिटिल मिल्क वाज फाउंड। अच्छा बोलिए, जब भी हम लोग कभी करते हैं कंपैरिजन तो वन ऑफ के बाद जो हम सुपरलेटिव डिग्री देते हैं, जैसे वन ऑफ द ग्रेटेस्ट पोएट्स ऑफ ऑल टाइम इज कालिदासा। तो ग्रेटेस्ट पोएट्स लिखते हैं कि पोएट लिखते हैं? पोएट्स लिखते हैं। वन ऑफ के बाद हमेशा प्लूरल नाउन। यस बोलिए, वी ऑलवेज यूज ए प्लूरल नाउन आफ्टर वन ऑफ। चलिए कुछ चीज और लिख लीजिए, नोट कीजिए, नोट डाउन सम ऑफ द इंपॉर्टेंट थिंग, नोट डाउन। while comparing two objects or nouns, we prefer to use we prefer to use comparative degree. We prefer to use comparative degree. We prefer to use comparative degree. But comparing more than two things, we use superlative degree of the adjective. We use superlative degree of the adjective. Superlative degree of the adjective. All right. All right.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now we are switching on to some, diverse examples of changes. So now we are going to switch on to some diverse example. चलिए कोशिश करते हैं. Let us try. Please shut the door. हमें नेगेटिव में बनाना है. बोलिए. Please shut the door.
Do not shut the door.
Do not shut the door.
Turn it into the negative form. Please do not shut the door.
Door, अच्छा.
Okay. I can buy a car if I